Hi, it's Michelle from Michelle's inkitstampit.blogspot.com. I'm also an independent consultant for Close to My Heart at michellepryor.ctmh.com. Today I was going to show you one of my mini albums. This one I did with my sister-in-law. She's a Stampin' Up! Consultant. So I do Close to My Heart. She does Stampin' Up! And we always have a great time together. So this was one of her mini albums that she came up with. And we were all at our cabins and put them together. So this is the closure. It ties with little eyelets in it, and it goes all the way around the book. The papers, I picked up the papers at Hobby Lobby, and a friend of mine, when she was looking at the book, she dropped it on a gray ink pad, and so I'll have to cover that up. She was totally mortified. I kept telling her, don't worry, because it's going to have stuff all over it anyway. I'm not done with this, but I've got pictures in it, and so I thought I would like to show it to you. So this was on my trip to Germany and Austria, and my daughter-in-law came along with me on this trip, and we had a great time. So these were some free printables that I printed up. So I just have a bunch of stuff in here, and then a bunch of the little pieces. This is going to be a little book here. I guess that's probably upside down from the looks of the paper, but and then I just have I was going to say a clothespin, a paper clip holding it closed right now. I still need to do the back. So this is definitely not completed, but it's kind of fun to see what people do with things in between. So I haven't done much embellishing, just because I like to put all my photos in, and sometimes it's hard to embellish. In this book, the pages are really close together, so I probably won't be able to do I'll really utilize my Cricut a lot, because it will take up less bulk on the pages. So I found these cute little swan paper clips, so I used those. Again, one of my little free printables, so I can put my journaling in there. I put little post-it notes all over my books when I'm doing them, so I know what I want to do in different spots. So this is a group of teachers that I travel with, and we've all become pretty good close friends. We've gone to quite a few places now, and it's a lot of fun. We have traveled to, check and make sure I'm in the, we have traveled to Italy twice, France, Croatia. This was Germany and Austria, and I think our next trip is to Scotland and Ireland. So this book came in handy for the my Austria trip. So, Austria and Germany. So these are just still a bunch of cut out pieces. I've cut out a bunch of tags on my Cricut, and I'll place photos or journaling on there. I'm not sure which. I love to journal, so I totally journal every night. On my trips, I bought myself a Surface Pro before we went on this trip, and I was able to journal wherever we were, when we were on the plane, when we were on the bus, when we were back at the hotel. I'd take it down to the bar when we all met up in the evening after our outings, and journaled while we were having some drinks and talking with everybody. So it was fun. In Austria, they have the Gold Lady. Oh, shoot. Now I can't remember what the name of it is, but that's usually why I put post-it notes all over everything. But I have We were gone 16 days, and I think I have 40 typed up pages of my journaling of what we did every single day and where we went. So I'll be able to look back through my notes and know exactly. This is a Clement photo or picture, and it was in our hotel, and we ended up going to the Belvedere and seeing all of the Clement paintings that he had there. The Kiss, I think, is one of his favorite ones too, or one of his famous ones too. This picture is my bag, and I take it on every trip. My sister-in-law is a quilter, and so she made me this bag. My other sister-in-law, so the one that I made the book is with Stampin' Up. My other sister-in-law is a quilter, and so she's the one that made this bag. And I've taken it everywhere I've went. So I have photos of it in every country and every town that we've been to. It's kind of fun. So this is just some of the architecture, and I am a horse person. I had horses for years. I did eventing. And so going to Austria and going to the Spanish riding school was one of my favorite spots. So it was one of my favorite things to do. So, of course, when we were there, you get to go in and see it. You get to go into the arena, and they will come out with all the horses and do a little show for you. But of course, while we were there, the horses were on vacation. So we didn't get to see them. But later on during the week, they brought all the mares and some of the foals out, and because they have to walk across the street to get to the arena. So the barn and all the walkers and everything that they have for the horses is across the street. So they stop traffic, walk all the horses. So this is getting the foals used to going back and forth across those streets with all the traffic and all the commotion and everything. So it was fun to watch. We took a horse and buggy ride. This is all in Vienna. This has pullouts, and I've decorated I put paper on the pullouts, but I have not put. Let's move my water out of the way there. I put photos and stuff on them, but I haven't decorated. This is a pull-out page, so it has lots of room for lots of our photos and of all our adventures, and we had quite a few adventures. So it has a pull-out tag here. I won't pull all the rest of those out. I don't have anything on them other than the paper. So this had lots of photos here at the Opera House. And so I didn't have enough room to put all of them, so I just put them in and put some washi tape down. And you do have to put glue under the washi tape, or it won't adhere. So then we made some little baggies, and I don't think I have anything on these yet. But again, these are all cut from my Cricut, and I just sized them to fit in the bags because I could do that. So these are all in the pages. This is Mike and Marty, and they were the cutest thing. And I said, "Oh, let me take your picture." And he reached over, hugged her, and gave her a big kiss. That was so cute. This is the, wow, I'm just totally at a loss for words here. One of my favorite castles that I've ever been to. I love that one. The Nosh market that they have. That's my daughter-in-law and myself. Liechtenstein Castle, that's what that is. So then this opens up well, we went to the underground caverns at the salt mines. Make sure I have that in there. This is at the Belvedere. We went to lunch at the greenhouse, and then we went to the butterfly museum that they have, where they raise all these butterflies, and it was beautiful. Of course, we were at Starbucks. This was in one of the castles. Oh, the Melk Abbey that we went to. Oh, this is part of the butterflies. So I took one. This is from the top down, and this is from the bottom up. Just some of the ceilings. It's just spectacular. The architecture, the things that they used to do. I can't imagine it would cost you a fortune to have something like that done now. More pockets. There was like 4 of us that had the same shoes. They're really expensive. I need to put another page part in here. The shoes were really expensive, like over $200. But man, when you're walking around that much, you need a good pair of shoes. So it was well worth it. Again, more washi tape, and I just made little flip outs, and I cut the washi tape, split it so that you could look at one at a time. More photos in here, so that's probably all the photos that I have in the book. But I know it's always fun to look at the photos too and see how people have come up with what they do. So I don't worry too much about the paper because I put so many photos in them. The paper gets really, it is a background. Some people go, oh, well, you don't want to put photos over that beautiful paper. And well, that's actually why I make the books. So to me, that's backwards. But we went to the ice caves up above, and so that was fun. Yeah, so it's just, that's the book. And none of these papers are from a paper pack. They were just random sheets of paper in the loose paper that they have at Hobby Lobby. And I just went along and pulled out pages that had similar colors. I made this little book with some washi tape and just paper, and I'll fill that up with photos. It's got a little pocket. It's got a spine to it, so I'll be able to put make it pretty thick. And this has a pocket here and a pocket here, and then a pocket over here, and then the back. So that's fun to do. And I have another little book that I haven't yet decorated, kind of like the other one, and I'll just use a clip to hold it closed. But that's it for my Germany and my Austria and Germany trip. So I usually end up taking a couple thousand photos. So obviously I don't put all of them in there. Although I probably do try. And this just has that ribbon closure, which is kind of fun with the seam binding. And the seam binding, I don't think the seam binding was a color. I think it was a white, and we just sponged it so that we could match whatever our pages were. So this paper here it's really pretty, and I ended up cutting out a piece and I'm using my phone to do this video, so I can't show it to you, but my phone has a clear cover on it. Than that. When you use the glue, if you don't use, and this was a good lesson for me, but it's my book, so it doesn't matter. When you do your covers, never use glue. Never use wet glue. Always use score tape. And I don't recommend the scrappy tape. I only recommend the score tape, Suquang. And I get mine on Amazon because it holds, it sticks. You never have to worry about it. You get the glue on it. I think you can probably see in the light there the bubbles that it brings up because it puts bubbles under your paper. So never on your covers. Never, never. Only score tape and your inside of your covers. So that's it for this little video. Thank you for watching. Oh, and I on one of my blog posts, and I link it below, I made these tags. And so I was thinking I would actually use one of them. So my sister-in-law again and I were up at the cabin, and we were just playing with what we had. So I just happened to buy these buttons, and she had some roses and some ribbon, and the rest of and I had a bunch of lace, and she had a bunch of lace, and we both had doilies, and she punched out a bunch of butterflies for us. These tags are from the dollar store. They are place card holders that would sit up like the little tent thing, but we cut them in half and then back them with some poster board, and then you glue the paper clip in between, and then that way the paper clip's never going to come out. But you can put these because of the paper clip, you can put them anywhere in your book that you want to. So I will be using them, probably not in this book because it can't take the bulk, but I have another book that I'll be showing you that I made for my granddaughter. She went on a DC, New York trip with her 8th grade, and I made her a book that you can put pretty good thickness to it. So we'll really be able to bulk that one up and have a lot of fun. So thank you for watching. See, I could put that right over the top of that if I wanted to. And there, it's hidden. That's it for now. Thank you for stopping by. And if there's anything you want to see more or have any questions about how the book was made, let me know. And maybe my sister-in-law and I can do a tutorial for you on that. Again, thank you. Bye.